Black Storm in there, man. Yeah. Who we listening to, sir?
That was Temptation by Kenya C.
Temptation.
The Ions Band.
By Kenya C. Ions Band. You know, that kind of music gets me to go like Temptation by Kenya C. and the Ions Band. From Fort Worth, Texas. That's right, Fort Worth, Texas. As we often said, we are the best radio show when it comes to social justice from Como, which is in Fort Worth, Texas, to the Congo. So that being said, we want to send a shout out to all of those people who are listening in. We are inviting them in to listen in to the Commish Radio Show. And if you happen to be on Facebook Live, go ahead and invite some of your friends and have your friends be our friends, and we will all be friends. And sending a shout out to Mr. Howard C. Scott of the War Band. His album went gold, platinum many years ago, entitled "Why Can't We Be Friends?" And he's over in the next studio right next to us. So that being said, we like to say, have your friends be our friends. I have one of my friends, my dear friends, on the show today as we are celebrating Veterans Day. Veterans Day. I don't want no one to be confused that what Veterans Day is celebrated and Memorial Day is celebrated is two entirely different things, folks. Memorial Day. Okay, Memorial Day is for people who are no longer with us. That's why we have memorials. We give them a memorial because, they're not here. But we're honoring veterans because they are here. So all of those people who are listening in, that you come from a family of veterans, honor those that are still here with you as well. And we'd like to go ahead and send a shout out to the oldest veteran in my family down in Dothan, Alabama, Mr. Tim Booker. I remember as a kid wanting to grow up like my cousin Tim, who served in the military and was over in Japan. I'd like to send a shout out to another gentleman from Japan, Willie Billups, who was a veteran, still is a veteran. He did it twice, Marines and United States Army. So I'd like to go ahead and send a shout out to him, who did a very spirited conversation regarding his service to his country and also the service that he's now experiencing here in this United States. And he's talking about the Republicans having an image problem. And if you recall, I spoke about that earlier. I will be speaking about that on our YouTube channel, which I want you to subscribe to, which is Ed Gray YouTube channel. But regardless of whether or not you are a Republican or a Democrat, when you are in the United States military, there is only one color. That is the color of being an American. And so that being said, we're very honored to have one of my great friends and one of the best Americans I could think of right now. Yes, Judge Dominique Collins. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. We've been talking about you coming on the show now for, I know, about 2-3 years now.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy that you are here. Tell us about yourself. And I see you got checks for us.
I do.
Okay, tell us about yourself.
I brought you my checks to look at.
Oh, it's different.
Well, I grew up kind of around here, Austin, Jacksonville, Florida. Time for high school, I moved back to Dallas, graduated from Lake Highlands High School way back in the day. We won't talk about how far back in the day. Went to UT, and then I joined the Air Force. I joined the Air Force for 12 years. 7 months and 6 days of that was in the first Gulf War. And then in 2001, I lost my mind. I quit my job and sold my house and went to law school. I figured at 33 I was the age of Jesus, so it was about time to do what I was supposed to be doing.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, that's what happened. Then I was a DA for 7 years, 8 actually, but at 7 years, one of the other judges told me they thought that I should run for judge. They said, Judge Cruzo is retiring, we think you ought to run for judge. So I thanked them kindly, went and asked Judge Cruzo what were his intentions, what was his plan. He wasn't sure yet. And once he decided that he was retiring, he let me know, and then I started running full steam ahead. ran that race, won it, and I've been a judge since January 1st of 2013.
Well, congratulations. January 1st of 2013.
Yes, sir.
2013. So you enjoy your job, obviously.
I love my job. You know, we've all had crappy jobs, but this job, you know how sometimes on Sunday you get sad because it's about time to go in there with him or her?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have that anymore. You know, now it's like every day is Saturday.
Well, it helps when you are him and her at the same time. You're the judge.
I'm never him or her. I'm not a bad supervisor, boss, co-worker, none of that. I'm quite pleasant.
Ah, okay. So, but you know, when you come into a room, everybody else stands up. There's a difference.
We stand together. I work with people. People don't work for me. I work with people. We do it together.
Okay.
I'm not built like that.
Not built like that. Huh?
Mm.
So, your days. What is your typical day consist of?
Usually I get there about 9:15, 9:30. Look and see what's on the docket. There's usually people that have come up from jail to take care of their cases. There's people out in the halls and out in the galley waiting to take care of cases, deal with cases. There may be something set for trial. There may not be. So we have pleas, hearings, maybe trials, maybe bench trials, maybe jury trials, all kinds of stuff. And then on Thursdays, I have a mental health court. Meet those folks, see what's going on, the staffing, see the status of the people who I'll be seeing from 9 to 9:30. Then 9:30 to 10:30, we discuss the participants that are in Veterans Court. Then I do my docket from about 10:30 until 1, take lunch, and then Veterans Court starts promptly at 2. See the veterans, check in with all the veterans, the participants in the court, and then we're done about 3:30 or 4. And then I just take care of the rest of the docket, answer emails, just whatever's happening, take meetings, all that stuff, and then get out of there about 5, and then start my night work.
Okay. Now, your court number. Which court number are you?
Criminal District Court number 4, Judge Crusoe's old court.
Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the responsibilities of that court?
Our court handles cases that range from state jail felonies to some cases where the ultimate punishment is death. So state jail felonies to capital murders. The state jail felony would be something like maybe a minor dope case, or when you're driving downtown, you see all those overhead signs and the graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a state jail felony because the amount of stuff that's gone on and how much it costs to fix it and repair the damage. So that would be a state jail felony, right?
Well, hold on. Look, so, someone writing graffiti on, that's a state jail?
Yes. But, I mean, think about it though. So a state jail felony
I'm not
ranges.
saying it's wrong. I'm just like, I didn't know that.
No, people shouldn't be so silly with their writing. They gotta not do it so willy-nilly. Be very, careful what you do. So the punishment range for that is from 6 months to 2 years in the state jail. But they can also get probation, right? And then we have third-degree felonies, 2 to 10, second degrees, 2 to 20, first degrees, 5 to 99 years or life, and then there's, capital murder and those kind of things.
Have you ever done a capital murder case?
Yes, I have. I haven't had one that's a legal case where the state is actually asking for the ultimate penalty, which is death. I have not participated in one of those personally. When I got to the court, so I took over, like I said, January 1st of 2013, there was already a death penalty case on the docket. Now, being a new judge, I don't think that's something that I should undertake. You know what I mean? It's very, very serious for the victims of the in that case, little 2 deceased boys. It's also very serious for the person who's looking at the needle. And I don't think it would be very responsible to be a new judge and jump in there and say, hey, it's me. I think about the taxpayers and the amount of money. If I messed it up, do you know how many millions of dollars I would have wasted of y'all's money?
How much does it cost you?
A lot of money. Like, for instance, let's say there may be 3 lawyers.
Right.
I've got to pay the lawyers for all their time. Because when there's a death penalty case, the lawyer basically has to shut down his practice. All he can do is that one case. So when they itemize, set the bill out, hourly, maybe one lawyer's bill might have been $130,000, another one $160,000. So there's all this going on. Then there's investigators, there's mental health reports, there's experts, there's all this kind of stuff. There's the review, if there's another language involved, there's translation, all that kind of stuff. And then, so let's say he's found guilty and the jury actually finds he's future danger and gives him the punishment of the death penalty, right? Then there's tons and tons and tons. Probably, if a person waived everything, it would be 8 years before we would actually sign a paper saying that it's time. And in the meantime, there's tons of appeals. The appeals are extremely expensive. Sometimes bills come in for $20,000, $30,000 for some of the appeals. it's a lengthy process, it's an expensive process.
That's one of the reasons why some states are now outlawing the death penalty, because it's making it expensive.
The cost, I know that I have heard before I became a judge and before I actually got my hands on the numbers and the paperwork, some people say it is more expensive to keep a person alive. I think that it is very expensive to give someone multiple punishment, and it's very expensive. I cannot say I honestly know the difference with the cost comparison of which is more, but I can't say one's cheaper. I don't. There's personal and moral cost, and then there's actual cost. So there's cost to all of it, and the costs are high.
You had mentioned about mental health. Let's converse about that.
So before I was a judge, I spent 3.5 years being a mental health VA.
Now explain what a mental health VA is.
Well, what happens is there's people who come in at all levels of mental health crisis. Some of them aren't even in crisis. Some people just have a mental health diagnosis and they have mental health issues that they deal with, okay? Perhaps they're slight, perhaps they can have therapy, and perhaps they're, different. It requires medical management. Sometimes the medical management goes a little off. We stop managing medical, as in we don't take our medicine, and then these terrible things happen. We're fluidly psychotic, all kinds of things. In addition to that, we have people who are under some drug-induced psychosis, right? We have people who have some problems that they were there before they were. For instance, maybe the parents. We got crack. I'll be honest with you. Just crack babies are coming of age.
Okay. Okay.
That's a huge, big thing. The sins of the '80s are now here in our jails, walking our streets. Okay, so you got all of that stuff. So you have all these people, and you have people who are maybe limited intellectually. So you got a whole big ball of stuff and people that come into contact with the criminal justice system. So those folks come into contact with the system, and let's say they meet with the lawyer. The lawyer says, "There's something wrong with this guy or girl." The lawyer draws that attention to the judge. The judge then may order an evaluation, and it may come back that the person is not competent, which means they cannot assist their lawyer with a reasonable defense. They right to stand trial, or even, let me explain that. So let's say I was at the scene of a crime and I'm walking around, not quite myself and just, acting very strange. I get taken to jail because they think she must have done it. Look at her, right? She's got the wrench in her hand. She must have broke the window. Well, if I'm fluidly psychotic, when my lawyer meets me, I can't say I saw Pookie and Joe run that way with the bag of money because I'm fluidly psychotic, right? I'm not able to help my lawyer with the reasonable defense, right? So it's not right to try me, even though you saw me with the wrench that probably hit the window. So what happens is the doctor makes an evaluation, says the person is not competent. So then, two things can happen, little crossroads. You say whether Dominique's so fluidly psychotic, she's not going to take her medicine in jail, she's, feeling the pain off the walls, whatever, then I may have to go to the hospital. But I may be somebody who can restore the competency in the community. So that's what my second coordination of veterans does. We restore folks that can be restored, that are not violent, that will take their medicine in the community. So MetroCare sees them, or one of the other agencies sees them. They get a caseworker. The caseworker sees them about 3 times a week. They come to court to see me, and I do a little judicial finger wagging. Now, Joe, take your medicine. We're gonna, have problems if you don't take it. They've got supportive housing, so they see the medical doctor, the mental doctor. They've got housing. They have a caseworker that comes in about 2 or 3 times a week to make sure that they are eating, make sure they're taking their medicine, make sure they're going home at night, sleeping, doing all the things they're supposed to do. It's a very good program. So anyway, they work on that person regaining competency. Once the person has regained competency, the doctor sees them again. Once they regain competency, then we figure out how to dispose of the case. Now that person can help. So if that scenario I gave you before, how I was fluidly psychotic, got taken to jail, couldn't tell them, hey, it wasn't me, but it was Pookie and Joe. Now I can say, hey, it wasn't me, it was Pookie and Joe. You see what I mean? Now we can dispose of my case because now I'm able to. Now I can assist. Now I can be a part of my defense because it is my defense. I'm defending myself, and if I can't tell you, the lawyer has no business even taking this. Nobody, the lawyer, not the prosecutor, the judge, goes no further. You have to wait. So a lot of those cases end up in maybe a conditional dismissal, like you keep taking your medicine, you get spruced up, you quit acting up, dismissed. Maybe it's some sort of probation. Sometimes probation is an effective tool to get people to continue to take their medicine. We can do all kind of creative stuff down there.
Well, that's good. Yeah, you explained it. And I like the way you explained it. People probably listening and looking at me smile at you and everything. You said Pookie, and you sound like somebody that's went through a whole lot of that with a lot of people there.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do. Like, part of why some people don't like it that we elect judges and that they're not appointed. I like it this way because I want you to know who I am. I want you to see me in your church, you know, walking down the street, eating a hamburger, you know, at your kid's school, whatever. You should know me so that you know how I feel, what I look like. If you have a concern, you tell me. You see me walk and talk, and you know. I would think if you watch somebody, you see them in your community, you see them at dinner, you might can know how that person is and what they're about, and that's somebody you want to trust with your life, your child's life, whatever.
See, the last time we had talked, it was at Real Men Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Real Men Cook, and that was ironic. You were talking about eating a hamburger and everything. We were talking about you coming on the show, and that was back in June or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
now
can always catch me eating.
Yeah, well, you know, you can always catch me eating too, and obviously it shows. But you know, hey, that being said, when we come back, we're going to talk about Veterans Court.
All right.
Okay. So we would like to thank all of those people who are tuning in to the Commission Radio Show. I see that we have, well, we got some Alpha brothers that are tuning in. Brother Byron Temple is tuning in, and Corey Portier. You did a great program last week. We hope to have that on BPEN. And we would also like to say hello to Judge Etta Mullen. She's here as well. She's tuning in. I know she probably said, don't mention my name yet. I can hear her saying that now. So therefore, I'm going to say Judge Pamela Luther. As I always say, that this show is the show for social justice, and it's also for the show of justice in the DFW area, because I believe that from the amount of people that have been on the show, that have been judges, one thing has remained true now. I probably won't be picked for jury trial at any time because I know all of the judges. So, hey, that's the secret of getting out of jury duty. But don't do that, folks. We need our system to be set where people actually have citizens like you that are tuning in to the Commission Radio Show to do your jury service. So, Strip, let's play a couple of drops, and when we come back, we will talk to veterans in the community, and we also talk to you about Veterans Court. All right?
Hi, my name is Charlotte Wooten, and I'm the owner of Center of Attraction Hair Gallery. And when I want to be informed about what's going on within the DFW communities, I tune in every Saturday to the Commish Radio Show with Ed Gray from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Join us.
Hi, this is Dominique Collins. I am the judge of Criminal District Court number 4 in Dallas County. I'm also the judge of your Dallas County veterans, serving veterans all over the Metroplex. And when I want to know what's in the hearts, minds of Dallas County, I listen to the Commish Radio Show. Hey, thank you.
Young Strip, how can they go and donate to the Commish Radio Show?
I'm going to show you in a few easy steps right here. We're going to go to our web browser, go to Fishbowl Radio Network or fbrn.us. Website pulls up. Hit the search bar at the top of the screen. We can type in Commish, hit enter, and that'll bring us to the Commish link. We'll click on the Commish link and go to the Commish Radio Show page. Now from this page, we can scroll down a little bit and we'll see the big yellow button that says donate. Click the donate button. If you have a PayPal or a debit or credit card, it's compatible with all three. So we'll type in what we want to donate. We'll say $100. And then we can donate with your PayPal or your debit or credit card.
And that's it?
That's it. Simple. So you should be doing it right now.